Let's talk about the DUI breath test machine that's used in the state of Georgia. It's called the Intoxilyzer 9000 and it's made by CMI out of Kentucky. Now, the 9000 is just nothing more than a computer, just like your computer on your desk. It operates on software, and the software that's been designed for the operation of the Intoxilyzer 9000 has been approved by and recommended by the people here in Georgia who regulate the use of the Intoxilyzer 9000. Now, it's curious to me that CMI will not sell an Intoxilyzer 9000 to a criminal defense attorney. Why? In my opinion, I believe it's because they don't want us to find out what weaknesses may be of that machine. If we were able to get a copy and get a Intoxilyzer 9000 and have an expert look at it, they could run tests on it to see what the faults might be. And everybody knows that Windows updates their computers on a regular basis every week. I think it's Tuesday night. Well, the software for the operation of the Intoxilyzer 9000 has been modified or changed a number of times. And we can't find out why or the modifications were made or what the modifications were that were made. So that's the kind of information we would love to have if we were able to get a copy or get an actual Intoxilyzer 9000 to run tests on it. Now, between the breath test and the blood test is the most accurate test. It's going to give you, bam, one test, get a result. That's what it is. That's what the alcohol in your blood is. The breath test machine is testing your breath and making inferences as to how much alcohol is in your blood based upon some computer or software that they're running on the machine. Now, the Intoxilyzer 9000 has a window on the front of the machine so that when a person is blowing into the tube, the person taking the test can see what the results are. And as the results keep going up, if a person knew what the limit was, 0.08, and they saw that they were approaching the 0.08, they may say, well, I don't want to blow anymore, that's it, and quit. Well, so a lot of times the operators will hold their hand over that window so the person blowing into the Intoxilyzer 9000 can't see the readout. The operator can see it though, even though he's got his hand over it, the operator can see it. And whenever the second test is performed, it has to be performed within 0.02 of the first test. In other words, suppose the first test was a 0.08, the next reliable test could be a 0.02 less than that or 0.02 more than that. So it could range from 0.06, which is under the DUI limit, to a 0.10, which is over the DUI limit of 0.08. So whenever the operator is having a person blow into the tube, the operator can see the readout coming up, and he's going to stop you. He'll say, stop. You're getting close to what the original test was. He doesn't want you to go beyond the parameters outside the limit of the original test. Why? Because if he goes outside the 0.02 of the original test, he's got to run that test as many times as necessary in order to get a second reading that's within 0.02 of the first reading. So you might ask yourself, how accurate is the Intoxilyzer 9000 to determine how much alcohol is in a person's blood? They're testing the breath after all. There are a lot of questions that can be asked of the Intoxilyzer 9000 operator to find out how the machine was operated. And we'd like to find out when the maintenance was done on the machine. The maintenance has to be done by CMI in Kentucky. People in Georgia don't have the knowledge or the approval to work or maintain the machine here in the state of Georgia. It has to be shipped back to the manufacturer of CMI in Kentucky. So get yourself a good DUI attorney and let him ask those questions about the operation of the machine and why there has to be a 0.02 limitation in the variance between the two tests. It makes you wonder whether or not they're going to give an accurate test every time. It's very rare that the second test is the same reading as the first test. Thank you.